Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. Today's big story is the economy. A day before the annual budget is presented, India's growth story looks on track. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has said that India will be the fastest growing major economy in the world. This will be an election budget. We're waiting to see what's in store. Meanwhile, the war in Ukraine has taken another turn, and another one may be in the making. The US is preparing to take on China, although the administration cannot agree on the threat assessment as of today. In the Philippines, onions are the biggest headliners. In New Zealand, it's the eggs. We're building a show where we have something for everyone, and we hope you like what we put together for you today. Starting with the headlines. India will grow at 6.5% in the next financial year. This year's economic survey is out. It declares that India's recovery from the pandemic is complete. The Eurozone economy will avoid a recession this winter. It is projected to record growth of 0.1% in the fourth quarter of 2022. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel. He wants Israel and Palestine to de-escalate and restore calm. China's latest target is the Czech Republic. Its president-elect spoke to Taiwan's president on the phone. And angry China says it has quote-unquote trampled on its red line. And in France, hundreds of workers are protesting on the streets of Paris. They're opposing President Macron's plan to raise the retirement age to 64.
So, where are you investing?
Oh, China. It's just growing.
It's always been the manufacturing hub. Besides, India's struggling post-COVID.
Of course.
Sir, actually India's management of COVID has been much better. China's situation till date is unclear. After zero COVID lockdowns, China is gradually losing its supremacy as manufacturing leader. The country's share of global exports of footwear, furniture, or clothing accessories has fallen since 2016. Meanwhile, India has bounced back. So by the looks of it,
India could become the global manufacturing hub by 2030. Presenting Vantage with me, Palki Sharma, a first-of-its-kind global show with an Indian perspective.
An Indian becoming a UK PM.
Well, it's not like that we are going to get the Kohinoor back. But at least India is on its way to the top, huh?
But Gautam sir, there's actually not much to celebrate.
Why not? An Indian is ruling the UK.
Indian leaders in third countries often tend to overcompensate for their minority handicap.
Key.
For example, Sunak's Home Secretary of Indian origin, Suella Braverman, disapproved of India-UK free trade because it would encourage people immigrating to the UK, and the majority of whom were Indians. Structurally, India and UK have passed baggage, but still hasn't been resolved. And that is why,
Ladies and gentlemen, India needs to significantly temper its expectations from Rishi Sunak. Presenting Vantage with me, Palki Sharma, a first-of-its-kind global show with an Indian perspective.
Mismanaged vaccination drive, broken healthcare systems, citizens taking matters into their own hands. India's failure in managing the COVID-19 crisis is staggering.
Want stories but without the West spin on it? Presenting Vantage with me, Palki Sharma, a first-of-its-kind global show with an Indian perspective.